All right, guys, it is a crisp 5:08 in the morning. Now 5:09 minute just changed on me, but I could not wait. I was so just hyped for the fact that they were more than likely going to drop this guy today, keep the content flow going and then give us the super awesome actual, well, I don't want to say the actual Count of Monte Cristo, but you guys know what I'm saying. I'm not going to get into too much spoilers for the story, but I was super gassed about this guy because he looks so sick, bro. He looks so cool. And look, I don't, not everybody's going to be a fan of all the Ascensions. I think they're all just insane. Bro, look how insane the art is. Look how just metal this guy looks. I absolutely love him. And I have not looked at any potential details that he might have had. I know that technically, I think you can fight him in the event story. I'm not quite that far yet. I'm trying to actually like read and go along, or at least read and translate the best I can as I'm reading the event. I'm loving it so far. It's featuring all my favorite servants. Regardless, I'm just super gassed. I'm so happy that they dropped him because this guy looks so sick. Unfortunately, I am clean out of Saint Quartz. I cannot pull for this guy even if I wanted to, but I can at least, maybe he's a support. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you could bring him and I can bring him as a friend. Or if he's like a single target quick unit, I'll just bring Scotty and Waver or something. I'll make it work, all right? But already off rip, I'm not liking the deck a whole lot. I usually like to see 2 arts cards because you guys know I really like to balance guys in with my different supports, and I like to do the arts chains and keep them going. But maybe he's a Buster Servant. Maybe the double Merlin will be absolutely fine. I don't know. We'll see. 4, 3, 3. Ooh, 5 hits on the extra attack. They made this guy for me. They definitely made this guy for me over here. Let's see the first skill. Okay, so he's definitely either a quick or a Buster Servant. Please, if he's going to be a quick unit, just make him single target because I cannot take the slander from people saying that he's going to suck if he's an AoE quick unit. I can't take the slander. I also just don't want another AoE quick unit. We just had 2 of those. So if he's going to be single target, quick, that's fine. Buster AoE, Buster single target, those are all going to be really good. So 30% quick and Buster for himself for 3 turns, which, I mean, that's fine. That's really good. That's solid. 2 hits of invincibility. Okay, so this is the Marie Alter thing. So they just kind of gave them the similar survivability. Okay, that's not bad. I know some people really like to have like just the 1 turn, the guaranteed live, but this can extend it to 2 different turns. So that can actually be very, very strong for survivability. King of the Cavern Sea. Okay, so he gives himself a 30% attack buff. Okay, yeah, dude, there's no point in having a charisma because what are your supports going to do with the attack buff? I'd rather just my guy have a bigger attack. Wait, what's his actual attack stat? He's at 12, so he's going to be at 13.7. He's going to be hitting really hard. He's going to be doing some damage. Marie Alter hits pretty decently hard, especially when she has the Curse Power mod up. But this guy, he's going to be doing some damage. He's going to be punching people. On attack burn, okay. Immune to poison and buff negative effect. Okay, so he's just really immune to poison. And then I do love this. I get so frustrated when we see the 1 time for 3 turns on debuff immunity. But 3 times, 3 turns debuff immunity, that's really good. And it's on a 6-turn cooldown. What is this? That's also a 6. Yeah, this is already shaping out to be a really, really strong server. This is already shaping out to be really good. I'm liking what I'm seeing. 50% battery, yeah, why wouldn't he have the 50% battery? We need him to be good, right? He's got to be a good, strong servant. And then 50% crit damage for free star weight. He needs that because, Avengers star weight's not very good. Okay, this is a very strong, like, core of a kid. I actually just finished recording the Trung sister video and, talk about them as their, as the term I always use is a generically good servant, and the fact that all of their buffs don't really require any super special thing going on. That's what this guy reminds me of. He reminds me of stuff like that because, these are just good, solid, free buffs. No strings attached. You just get them. They're strong. Same thing over here. You just get really strong buffs. It's just good. It's going to be strong regardless. And it's not tied down to like 3 hits of crit, something like that. You just get it for free for 3 turns, which also makes him a bit better for solos. And then because we have the Honey Lake CE, normally I would, fault stuff like random burn, but for 1, he could have his own burn power mod, or 2, if he doesn't, just give it to him. Any interesting passives on the guy? Just Avengers stuff. Okay. I mean, the Avengers stuff's always really, is it B plus D EX? Okay. Ooh, that's nice. 62% crit damage total. Okay. He is quick, 10 hits. That guy's definitely single target. to one enemy. Yeah, I'm like, they're not giving a quick AoE 10 hits. That's never gonna happen. 70 or 0.72% NP gain, 72% NP gain, and 0.72 are way different, but that's really good. That means with his very just kind of good hits over here, like on the 5-hit quick cards, he's gonna be refunded on his crits. Pierce Invul built in. I love to see that. I love to see that. That's good. Pretty much a guaranteed stun on the enemy. Deal super effect. So ooh. So the more burns he has, the higher his power mod is. And then a 10 to 30% defense down on one enemy. Doesn't say that it procs first. So, I mean, that's nice on subsequent MPs, but I guess I don't want him to do too much damage. And then burn self. Okay, cool. But surely you have this, so you don't burn yourself. That is a little annoying. That does mean that the debuff immunity probably will get in the way of his burn over here, but you can always time it. You could always maybe just go for like a crit, like Brave Chain or something, if you don't need to have the NP waste the burn. If you're trying to hold the debuff immunity for stuff, you could play around it. You could definitely play around it. This guy is good. This guy... he might be hitting that like must summon territory. This guy is crazy. And like, what did I say a couple days ago? We were talking about quick, and he's like, oh, we're talking about Scotty and all this good stuff. Single target quick units are ridiculous. Like they just are built differently. I don't know what it is, because AoE quick units are trying to compete with Arts and Buster for like, hey, we can loop too. It's just not going to be as good. But the single targets are like, hey, there's no looping going on here, buddy. We're fighting in CQs. Yeah, even playing field. The fact that he has not only the burn power mod, which I didn't even think he would have, like, that's ridiculous, because they only gave that to Yang, but they're like, no, we're going to give him that, but it's also a ramping power mod that starts off at 100% free, and then you get 10% per stack. Just crazy. I mean, dude, imagine his like turn 3 NP damage, right? Because quick units can still loop their NPs at single target, you know, with the double Scotty. Arguably, it's way easier than doing AoE, because you just know you're going to get those globs of NP back from her, and you can use your, you know, own Arts and quick cards to refund a little bit as well. This guy's going to be crazy, dude. This guy's going to be crazy. You almost could be incentivized to do the Hokusai thing, where you just attack with your normal face cards before you actually drop the NP, because you just get extra damage. But this feels almost more impactful. And what this guy is... he's given himself all... no, he doesn't have NP damage. Okay, he doesn't have NP damage, but Black Grail, that's why we have Black Grail, right? You just slap the free Black Grail that we all got during the upcoming anniversary that we're actually going to get on NA, and then he's got everything, dude. Like, the buffs are just solid. They're all just free as well. The only complaint is that his NP is going to interfere with his own debuff immunity a little bit, which is a little annoying, because it's not like Scotty does particular things to help you manage that anyway. Scotty's all about just taking out the enemy in 3 turns and calling it a day. You know, she's an older lady, right? She's got to go home. She's got to go back home and relax. So you can't be here for these 15-turn long fights. But I'm liking it. I'm liking what I see from this guy. I mean, I don't think I'm overhyping it too much, but this guy definitely feels like he's on that must-summon level of character. He is extremely strong. Let me just double-check. Are you limited? The only reason he wouldn't be like, say, oh, they don't say. That's weird. I'm going to assume he's limited. He's the final boss for the story chapter. Like, Scotty's limited. You know, she's the final boss for Lost Bill 2. You know, speaking of her. So I'm assuming he's going to be a limited servant, right? I'm assuming that's what he's going to be. Really surprised that Cagliostro, by the way, the guy that's on the banner for Ordeal Call, you know, he's up there with Bima, you know, now we know he's Cagliostro, and whoever the lady is, he got relegated to 4-star status over here. But I guess they made him a pretender. They gave him the pretender treatment. And I'm not going to spoil anything, but Cagliostro's pretender, I think, is up there. I think it is up there with, like, Oberon and Hephaestion's levels for being pretenders, right? Like, I think the reasoning and what they do with it is so cool. I think it's so sick. But let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. As always, I didn't even say at the beginning, like, the whole, like, you gotta like, subscribe, all that. Dude, I just don't care. This guy's so sick. I might just start chucking, like, singles and stuff in it, but I also want to NP2 Marie Alter. Dude, it's, the struggle, the only struggle with them speeding up on content is that there's too many good units. The problem is they're all just too good, actually, is the actual issue. But, all right. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Whew, it's a good night, man. It's a good night.